Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Aphrodite, aka Madame Suave. If you are new here, I would like to welcome you to the community. Be sure to check the description box below and like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. Remember that energy is timeless and fluid. This could be past, present, or future energy. Flip roles if they need to be reversed, and only take what resonates, leaving the rest for what it's meant for. The title of today's message is Not Enough Hours in a Day. The song I Need You Now by Smokey Norfolk may also be significant for someone here, okay? But today's message is going to be kind of a continuation of yesterday's message. So I don't know if maybe you were needing some sort of assistance or guidance, but this is kind of for that, to either give you more clarity or also an update, okay? So what I was hearing is that there is too much to do and too much to work on. And so a window is closing. This is a window of opportunity. Now, today is the 5th, which is connected to the sun, also the soul. Okay, so you may be trying to save someone's soul, even though you are unable to kind of save the physical body, but there is a lot hidden within the soul, okay? So it's like, because there is so much in the soul, this could be trauma, pain, etc., things that need to be worked through, things that they may have been battling for a long time or just never kind of started to work on or uncover, okay? And so they do not know where to start. Now, the first step is obviously going to be acknowledgement, okay? So facing the fear and understanding the fear, because when you understand, you can overcome. And the second step, this isn't really a step, but just something to be mindful of, is that you are taking it more seriously than they are, because right now you care more than they do, and they cannot see that far ahead, okay? They cannot see that far ahead as you can or that you may. They are attached to the material world, which is basically the prison of the mind, okay? So they do not see or know anything beyond that. And this is the fear, which is the unknown, okay? So everything feels a lot scarier because they can only think and view things from the human perspective. So any information that you give them, even if this is to calm them, it feels like a shock to the nervous system, okay? And they're also taking your advice or criticism as you trying to control, but these are their demons responding, okay? Demons understand that they need permission and have no true dominion. And once the host, okay, the host, which is basically the person inhabiting these demons and spirits, okay? So once the host realizes that, they lose all power. And this is another fear, okay? Lack of power, personal power. And in this, they give it more power because of this lack or feeling of. So the feeling of need and needing to be defined by things, okay? So this is someone who thinks but does not feel. Very base level understanding, lacking ability to find hidden meanings, because they cannot think outside of the box. They can only see what's directly in front of them. So once again, as I said, the prison of the mind, okay? They cannot wrap their head around it, and that is the problem. They're using their head. They feel like they have to prove something, or that they have something to prove. What they cannot understand upsets them, so they just ignore it. And fear, one thing that I have mentioned many times, is that fear is born from a lack of understanding, okay? Or I don't think it was necessarily just that, but I kind of want to speaking on, terrorism. Like, why does terrorism happen? Why does war break out? Why do all these things break out? Miscommunication, lack of communication, lack of being able to understand, right? You fear what you do not understand. Once you understand something, do you really fear it? No. They also have a problem with your age or gender, stuck thinking within social constructs or outdated beliefs, using the logic of man to try to understand God, okay? So this is flawed within itself. Praying to the ruler of earth to get clarity on the ruler of all. And it's like, there is so much wrong here, so many things to say that I am not even going to waste my breath on it. But the thing that I am asking is, do you read the Bible or do you just look at it? Do you study the Bible or do you just look at it? I'm not going to argue with anyone about it, and neither should you. Let them argue with themselves and cry about it if they like hearing the sound of their own voice that much. But the wise do not argue with fools. Jesus wasn't trying to convince anybody. Either you get it or you don't. But the truth isn't forced. So if you feel the need to force it, then guess what? That is your ego talking and fear of losing control. Your focus isn't on God, it's on you. God isn't the one who needs protecting. You do. The truth is going to remain the truth with or without you. Your life depends on it, not the other way around. Your belief or non-belief is as significant as a speck of dust in that regard. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks. A lot of people are going to wake up shocked to see that they ended up in a different place than what they originally believed, because they chose slavery and mistook it for salvation. God is freedom, so of course you wouldn't recognize him when you're stuck in the minds of a slave. So someone has a fear of change, which is why Jesus was not religious, and as we have seen, neither is God. Oppressing yourself is not going to lead you to salvation. Leading your life with the discipline of God will, and that requires purity of heart and pure desire, not because you feel forced, fearful, or obligated. It teaches people to hate God, okay? Man oppresses, God does not, and teaching and preaching as though he does makes you a false prophet. You cannot teach what you do not know or do not understand. Trust the words of man, yet do not trust the words that flow from his own mouth. And with that being said, I'm going to end it here before I display what it means to get chewed up and spat out. Okay, I will let God continue to chastise you in your dreams. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys here today, okay? If I feel the need to add anything, once again, it will be on the screen as usual. I hope that this message was helpful to you. I hope that you found something useful from this message. And if you did, and if you enjoy my content, my energy, my channel, etc., I do ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. And I'll see you guys on next time. Love you all. Be safe. Bye.